Hello and welcome to Scott's Garage. You know, I had so much fun with that clock project out of the saw blade that I thought, that was pretty fun just to do a simple, fun, easy project rather than these big multi-part projects. Those are fun too, but it's kind of fun to do a simple project that's kind of done in one day. And I got to thinking about other things that I could do. And one of the things, if you are a sharp-eyed viewer, you've seen is I carry around this clipboard. And this clipboard is made out of birch. And I made this quite a while ago, and I use it all the time, and it's really, really strong and sturdy. I was worried that, it would stay together, because it's just glued. There's no mechanical fasteners, there's no biscuits, there's no nothing. This is just glued up. And I've thrown it down, and it's had a lot of abuse over the years, and it still comes back. And I thought, this is pretty fun. So I went on Amazon, and they had 3 of these, like a 3-pack of these. Hold on. Sorry about that. Willie was chasing the mailman. So it's an ever-present problem that we have, keeping Willie from attacking our mailman. I apologize to the entire postal service, but he is a dog, and that's kind of what they do. So we're working on that. But anyway, I thought I bought 3 of these clips. They came in a 3-pack on Amazon. That was, I think, less than $20. I'll show you a picture of that up here. And I thought we could glue these up, kind of cut them out, radius the corners. I have some pop rivets with a pop rivet gun, which is kind of fun to do. And we'll make a few of these clipboards. So a 3-pack of these. Sorry, mailman came back and Willie was chasing him again, but Emily saved the day and protected the mailman from our vicious attack dog. So I think we could finish this project all in one day. I have a helper, Emily. She has a little bit of time, and we can work on a project together. That should be fun. Okay, so let's get started. Yesterday I took some time to glue up some of these panels. This is a walnut panel. It's just about the right thickness, a little bit for sanding, a little bit thicker than I need, so I can do some sanding is what I'm trying to say. And let's go ahead and take the clamps off and put the clamps away. See the black marks that the pipes give? That's why you put this paper down. Ooh, look, it bled through. That's weird. Never seen that before. Normally I use parchment paper. Maybe this craft paper is not the right thing to use. Right? I think that maybe could have been a mistake on my part. So I glued this up with the idea that it would be 2 pieces. So this is 12 and a half. So this would kind of be the long way, and then this would be the short way. 2 at 9, 18. It's actually 19 inches, so I have some leeway. But then I got to thinking, this one has the boards running this way, which I like. If I cut, it this way, that means I'm going to have the boards running this way. And I don't know if that's going to be weird or not. So I think maybe I'll cut it to size and see how it looks. And then if it doesn't look good, maybe I'll think of something else. Before I do any cutting, I want to sand this to try to get these little glue blobs off so that it'll slide nicely on my saw when I cut it. And I was fortunate enough to be able to remove the black marks there pretty well. So I'm glad that worked out well. Okay, let's cut this to size. So if you can see on here, I have quite a bow going on, and I hope that that's not a problem. This side's pretty flat, but this side has, so I'm just going to keep moving on. And so my ultimate dimension is 9 inches. So I'm going to go to 9 1/4, use this as my straight edge, and then flip it around and go to 9. So basically I'll cut both of them to 9 1/4, and then I'll come back and do both of them at 9. So now we'll just come back at 9. So let's check the width. Pretty good. And wow, the 12 1/2, these are pretty close. The other idea I had was maybe to rip these and like flip them and glue them back together, but I really don't have enough width to do that. I'm kind of at the right size right now, and so I think I kind of have to go with this as is. Yep, oh, pretty good. Okay, if I take just your standard spray can and I put it right there, that's just about perfect. So let's use that. Now we'll just round over the edges with the jigsaw. Then I'll just tidy them up with the belt sander. I'm leaving a little bit of the line so I can just come back and go right through the line. That looks great. And I can just do it, go right to the line. So it makes it really easy. The next thing I'll do is try to smooth it out a little bit with my belt sander. So I'm going to set up cloth on top of the table saw just as a table, and then clamp this on both sides as a bit of a stop. Let's make sure our belt is going to be centered. You see right here I have some cracks where the it didn't quite meet up. So what I think I might do is, if I can get this to work, let's put a little bit of glue, a little bit, that's a lot. And then put in some of this dust, work some of this dust into the joint. All right, so I don't know if this is going to work, but what I'm going to do is put a couple of boards here. And then I'm going to put some heavy weights here and see if I can get these to flatten out a little bit. I had some luck. What was the other project that I did? I think it was the table, that little end table that I made. The top was a little bit warped, and I just left it for like a week, like this was something heavy on it, and it seemed to flatten out. I started off thinking that I would just add a couple of heavy weights here and just let it sit there. And then I thought, well, why don't I put a piece of wood there and kind of clamp it and use like clamping pressure to help me out. This is a nice big thick piece of wood. Let's see, how do we do this? Damn! Well, that one didn't like it. Oh, look at that, the wood broke. Look at that. The glue didn't fail, the wood broke. Huh. Okay, well, I guess we want to be careful with how much pressure we put on there, huh? It's probably like thousands of pounds. And I guess we could try to kind of glue this back together and try it again. Interesting. All right. I put a little bit of water on this one and put a damp cloth underneath it, hoping maybe it'll soak it up and kind of warp in the opposite direction. I don't know if that's going to work, but we'll try it. I think my clamping pressure thing worked a little bit too well. All right, let's try that. See how it works. I can fix it. Sort of seems like that's about all I can do today. I have to wait for that to dry, and hopefully this kind of gets the idea of being flat, and then we'll move on to the next steps maybe tomorrow.